Okay, guys, Chapter 4, BA 31, Chapter 4, Emotions, Attitudes, Job Satisfaction, sponsored by Brooklyn Body Gear, the best underwear money can buy, and my company, full disclosure. And of course, we're going to talk about everything related to this company in the class. Hope you like the first 3 videos. Once again, I think most of these videos going forward are going to be a lot quicker because, like I told you, a lot of the stuff in the chapter I'm not going to be as interested in if it doesn't directly affect the work environment. So, nothing beats feeling good. That's the whole point about organizational behavior. You want someone to be happy in work, okay? Job satisfaction, feeling good in work. Love waking up and going to work. I love getting up in the morning and going to school and teaching you guys. I love it. I love it. And as I'm walking to school, from the parking lot to my office, on that one path, I always am grateful. And I say to the spirits, whoever, I'm very thankful to be here because I love being here. It's nice to have job satisfaction. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about emotions, moods. Affect. Your range of emotions and moods. Your range of emotions and moods is known as affect. It's not personality. It's just because remember, it's all about the moods and emotions. Your affect. Okay. So emotions are strong and positive feelings. We're going to talk about what difference between emotions and the moods. But together, all your feelings and emotions and moods is called affect. Emotional intelligence. We spoke about this already. Remember, like I said, a lot of this stuff is going to be repeated. Okay? Ability to understand emotions in ourselves and others and how it relates to the work environment and to be able to manage the relationships effectively as a manager to subordinate and as subordinate to manager, like I said, being self-aware as well as being able to, in the awareness of others. And here it is, we spoke about this already. Self-awareness, understanding your own emotions. Social awareness, empathy, we spoke about this. Self-management, remember about self-regulation. Remember Trump doesn't have self-regulation, self-management, and relationship management to create rapport, okay? These are all the competencies. Self-awareness, social awareness, right? Empathy, understanding the emotions of others, right? Self-management, being able to regulate yourself, self-regulate, okay? Staying in control of your emotions. Believe me, many times in a work environment, you're not going to be happy. What are you going to do? You're going to be upset. You're going to scream and yell. You're going to start throwing shit. That is probably not the right thing to do. So, self-management, right? Self-regulation, and of course, relationship management. Having a good relation with your coworkers as well as your managers. Okay, what are emotions and moods? So remember, self-conscious emotions, internal sources, shame, guilt, and embarrassment. And social emotions are external. So social, pity, envy from other people, right? And internal emotions, my own shame, guilt, okay, my own feelings of embarrassment, right? So the thing about emotions is one thing, they're short-term, they're short-lasting. Emotions are short-lasting, right? Social emotions, envy, jealousy, it doesn't last forever, okay? You have a little bit of jealousy, oh, someone has a nice car, maybe you're jealous. Or envy, he got promoted, or whatever, okay? So, remember, self-conscious, internal. Social, external. And emotions are short-term. Moods are long-term, okay? General, positive, or negative feelings or state of mind. Those are long-lasting, okay? I used to always say that OG was always in a bad mood. It was constantly negative mood. It was long-lasting. Our whole relationship, she was in a bad mood, okay? That's mood. Mood, so keep in mind, mood is long-lasting, emotions are short. Here's some examples of it. Okay, so here, as you can see, emotions. I was really angry with the professor. Okay, identify the source. Okay, it's brief, episodic. I was upset because he didn't like my homework. Okay, but did you look at it in the mood? Okay, I don't have the energy. I've been down the whole week. I'm not feeling so good. I don't understand what it is. But that's hard to identify the source. It could be long-lasting. It could be positive or negative. You're in a good mood. I don't know why I'm in a good mood. I'm just in a good mood. I woke up in a good mood today. Right? You don't really know the cause. That's a mood, right? Long-lasting, maybe the whole day. And of course, a mood can influence your emotions as well. Okay? So here are some major emotions: joy, love, sadness, surprise, fear, anger. Like I said, emotions, short term. Okay? Now, how does your emotions and mood affect the work environment? Remember, everything is going to go back to the work environment. Contagion. Mood and emotion contagion. Anyone ever go to a meeting or go to a class and someone's in a bad mood and you get in a bad mood? Or you're in a bad mood but then someone else is in a good mood and then all of a sudden you're in a good mood? Happens to me all the time in class. All the time. It's mood contagion. Okay? I've had students telling me, I'm in a bad mood. I come to your class. And I get in a good mood. Because I walk into the class and I'm in a good mood, and there's mood contagion. Of course, sometimes students put me in a bad mood. And I'll come in a good mood and I'll say, I can't believe you're putting me in a bad mood. And then of course I get in a bad mood and then there's mood contagion that way, right? So it's always good to have, be in a good mood, especially in a work environment. I'm not saying it's always good. Of course it's going to be good, but it's not always so easy. But understand that it's contagious, okay? Other people can get it, okay? So here's a way of looking about the way moods and emotions work, right? Your work environment, okay? And your work events, right? Job demands, okay? Your labor requirement. Then you have work events, okay? Hassles, okay? And then your personality yourself, your own personality, your personal moods and emotions. And here's your response to it. Is it going to be positive or negative? If it's going to be negative, it's going to affect your job performance in a bad way. If it's positive, it's going to be job satisfaction. But either way, what your emotional response to all of these things is going to be job satisfaction in a good way, job performance in a good way, or negative. Bad job, I don't like my job, bad satisfaction, and of course, poor job performance. So this is the whole way that moods and emotions in a work environment will affect you. Okay? Your attitude, your predisposition to certain things, right? You ever hear the expression, you have a bad attitude, right? Good attitude. As a matter of fact, I told you guys this, okay? I said attitude is part of your grade. Especially in this class. Because if you have a bad attitude, it's gonna negatively reflect the other classmates, your other friends, your other co-mates in the class, your co-students in the class, and that would be mood contagion, and it's going to have a whole negative spirit on the whole class. This is not what I want. Attitude affects your grade. Okay? Predisposition to respond in a positive or negative way. Okay? Bad attitude is not a good thing. Everybody should come with a good attitude, especially it's summertime class, guys. Summertime class. Maybe you're watching this and it's in the middle of the winter. But no matter what it is, have a good time. Enjoy the class. Enjoy the summer. Okay? So, job satisfaction, attitude reflects in person positive or negative. You have good job satisfaction or negative job satisfaction. Positive or negative feelings about the job, your co-workers, the work environment. You might be satisfied with one part, not satisfied with another. When I was in Macy's, I had maybe half job satisfaction. What was my job satisfaction? The people I worked with. I love the people I worked with. They were so smart. They were insightful. They were intelligent. We were able to have good conversations. Did I like what I was doing? Did I like the company I worked for? Absolutely not. Macy's is a horrible company to work for. They don't care about their employees or anything like that. But the people I worked with were great, and which is why I used to wake up in the morning and want to go to work just so I can be with my coworkers. So that's job satisfaction, job involvement. How much are you dedicated to your job? Okay, so people I know, people who know me at Kingsborough, I'm very happy at Kingsborough. I have very high job satisfaction, and I'm very highly involved. How much am I dedicated to the job? I'm always trying to help students. I'm always trying to do everything. Remember, just because you have job satisfaction and job involvement, that doesn't mean you're never going to leave a position, or the person is never going to leave the position. So keep that in mind. You might say, oh, he's happy here. You might be happy here, but that does not mean he's not going to leave and to another position. It just means he's happy and he enjoys the job that he's doing. So keep that in mind, okay? And I say this to all you guys out there also, in case you say, wow, this guy is the best professor ever. We have to hire him for our school. Yes, maybe I will go. Okay, you didn't hear me say that. Anyway, job satisfaction, job involvement, how much you're dedicated to the job, okay? Organizational commitment. Once again, regular English words. The commitment to the organization, degree of loyalty individual feels. How much loyalty do you have for the company? Most people have a lot of organizational commitment. I always had organizational commitment. They hired me, they pay me. There's a certain amount of commitment that I have. Yet others, and I should ask you guys, it's too bad we're not in a class environment, but ask yourself, if you're making $15 an hour and someone wants to pay you $16 an hour, would you leave your job for $1 more? Whether you say yes or no, I'm not judging in any way, but that's part of organizational commitment. Think about it. I don't know if I would necessarily leave a job for more money. I might leave a job for more prestige. I might leave a job for more opportunity for growth. I might leave a job for a better environment to work in, something like that. I don't know if I'd necessarily leave for money. But everybody has their own thing. I need more money. $16 an hour will give me an extra $40 at the end of the week. Will give me an extra $160 by the end of the month. I can use that money. That pays my phone bill. I've no judgments on my part, but everybody's different. Organizational commitment. Okay? There's rational commitment. Feelings that a job serves one's financial development and professional interest. Remember, like I just said, I would probably leave for rational reasons. Okay? And then there's emotional commitment, feelings that what you do is important, valuable, real benefit to others. Of course, I have this kind of emotional commitment to my students and to the job that I do. So I don't know if I would ever leave to, become a car repair guy, but rational commitment to development and professional interests. And employee engagement, feeling a strong sense of connection with the organization. I wish I had more with the people I work with. Unfortunately, we're all professors, we all work together, but at the same time, we're all teaching. We're not with each other all the time. When do I get to see Caesar? When do I get to see Rothenberg? When do I get to see some of my co-workers? The 10 minutes between classes. That's it. And usually we're running, and usually I'm seeing other students. So, there's very little employee engagement. So remember, this whole thing affects job satisfaction. Let's go back to the beginning. When we spoke about the fact that this whole thing affects how the fit in your position, in your job, right? The fit, right? Right person for the right job, right company, all of this affects fit. So really, organizational behavior, when you think about it, is not an easy subject. And it's not so simple like, you have a job, he makes money, that's it. Okay? So keep this in mind. Okay? 5 facets of job satisfaction. The work itself, if you're doing what you like, right? Quality of supervision. Do you like your boss? And do they give you enough guidance and support? Relationship with your coworkers. Good relationship with the coworkers, right? Promotion opportunities. It's a way to get up. And, of course, your pay, right? Your rewards and or pay. This is one of the homeworks that you're going to have to do, the 5 facets, which is, you're going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 5. Everybody's going to have a different idea of what's important. I'll tell you what mine is. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you what mine is because I wouldn't want you to look at it and think of the same thing. So, I'm not going to tell you what mine is. Maybe after the homework is done. Okay. Withdrawal behavior. So what's withdrawal? You're not happy with your job. So you withdraw. There's physical withdrawal as well as emotional withdrawal, right? Okay? You're absent more frequently. So let's talk about the 2 withdrawals, right? Physical and psychological, right? Physical and psychological. Physical, you don't show up. You're absent. You call in sick. Emotional, I'm just not mentally there, right? Psychological, sorry. I'm just not mentally there, okay? You're on Facebook all day long. You're playing on Instagram. You're not mentally there, okay? Go to the DMV. These guys got plenty of psychological withdrawal. They may be physically there, but they're definitely not psychologically there. Okay? When I was in Macy's, it was the same thing. It was a combination of physical and psychological withdrawal. I used to spend 2 hours at Starbucks every day. Physical withdrawal, away from the sales floor. I wasn't happy with the job. I liked the people I was with, but I wasn't happy with the job. Psychological withdrawal, I was doing everything I could to be mentally somewhere else, okay? Remember, so that's withdrawal behaviors. We have to watch what our employees are doing in reference to withdrawal, okay? In Brooklyn Body Gear, of course, I'm trying to see who does the work and who doesn't. I had a photographer who would always flake. I would think she was so good. She did everything right. She was psychologically not there. She was physically not there. She'd flake all the time. Okay, she's not interested. Obviously not the right fit. Once again, she was the right fit for me. I thought she was great. I wasn't the right fit for her. And she wanted to do other things. But instead of just leaving, which she should have done, she should have said, I'm not interested, which I would always ask, if you're not interested, I don't want you to stay for Brooklyn Bodyguard. She'd say, no, I'm interested, I just don't have the time, blah, blah, blah. She was doing physical and psychological withdrawal, okay? I knew this later. Organizational citizenship. How much are you willing to go above and beyond for your company? Okay? So, when I'll say this, at Kingsborough, of course, I do everything. Everyone knows that the answer that I give for everything is yes. I'll do anything for the company. They want me to speak to to high school students, I do it. I'm always at all these events. I'm on the awards committee. Everything I say yes to because I have a commitment. Organizational citizenship, organizational commitment, organizational citizenship, the same thing. Were you willing to go above and beyond, the extra mile for your job? I don't get paid extra for anything extra that I do, okay? But only because I have this commitment and a feeling for the organization I work for, okay? And they do extra things to help others, and it might actually get you promoted, but it's to help the organization, okay? Even though service is part of my job, supposedly, I go above and beyond even for that. When I was at Macy's, some organizational citizenship could be to train others. You're training others to do the job. They don't pay you for that, but that's part of organizational citizenship. I used to be part of the parade. They don't pay anyone to be part of the parade. And a lot of people work on the parade, and people love doing it. I love doing it. But that's organizational citizenship. It's a lot of work. Waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning in the freezing cold. It's fun, but probably not every year. But that's organizational citizenship. Okay? And relationship between job satisfaction and job performance. 3 theories. I'm sure you can figure out what the theories are. Okay? Satisfaction causes performance. Performance causes satisfaction. Or both. Rewards cause satisfaction and performance. So, if I'm satisfied with my job, am I going to work harder? Or, is my work going to make me happier? Or, is the pay going to give me both? These are these 3 theories. What is the right thing? I don't know, but it all depends what is important to you. But I would think it's probably a combination of all 3, right? When you think about this. Satisfaction. If I like my job, I'm going to work harder. And if I do a good job, I'm going to be satisfied in the job. So think about that, right? I think I'm a great professor, so I'm satisfied with my job. I like working, so I'm going to work harder. So it's a combination of everything. Okay? And here it is, satisfaction plus performance. Increase someone's work performance makes them happy. Or, we just discussed this, the high levels of lasting satisfaction comes from the high levels of comfort. Exactly what we discussed. Okay? This is chapter 4. Guys, most of the stuff is going to be quicker now. It's going to be a lot simpler. Remember, half of the textbook we're probably not even going to use. But these are the important topics. Guys, I love you all. See you soon.